Welcome to the Bommarito Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. I am Angela Sharp. We're out here a little bit early for the SLUH versus Chaminade game. We're going to show you a great game here on today's show. You know, SLUH is celebrating their 100th year, and it's always fun when SLUH versus Chaminade. And Chaminade, they've got some bragging rights going into this game. So far, they've beat them 5 times the last 5 years. They're going to see if they can make it year 6. I'm going to send it up to Demetrius and Randy.
From St. Louis University High School, it's the Bommarito Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. Hi, everyone. With Demetrius Johnson, I'm Randy Carricker. Great to have you with us for these two teams and DJ, a great MCC battle. These two teams have played a lot over the years, and this is one of the great rivalries in the area.
Well, should be an excellent game. You got Mike Jones, who just now coming into this big rivalry game. It should be very interesting because the MCC is a very tough conference, and this Chaminade team is tough.
St. Louis U High will boot it away, and the opening kickoff will be received by the Red Devils. And here comes the Chaminade return man up to the 25 to 26-yard line. And with the return for Chaminade, it was Doug Agnew. And the Red Devils will be led on offense by Brady Cook, their quarterback number 12. They have some backfield with Jacoby Buchanan, number 24. He's a good one, and Jared Taylor. Their main running back, L.J. Fortin, is out, and this is going to be Buchanan up the middle. Jacoby Buchanan across the 30 to the 31-yard line before he is stacked up and brought down.
It's going to be very interesting because Joe Buchanan, they're going to have him as one of the key guys today. He's a big fella, runs downhill, very physical runner. It's going to be interesting to see how SLUH will match up against him.
Chaminade with a very good start against the Kirkwood Ball Club, which is a defending state champion. And now they take on St. Louis U High. This is their first conference game and a penalty against St. Louis U High holding on the defense. And so Chaminade will move it up and have a first down.
Well, you're talking about coming out of the box and being aggressive. SLUH has to be aggressive, but they got to play smart. You can't get those kind of penalties, particularly in an early game like this. You can't do that.
Ball's going to be marked at the 46-yard line. First down for the Red Devils, who like to keep it on the ground. That's Taylor split out to the left side. The single setback is Buchanan along with Brady Cook, the quarterback. And this is going to be Buchanan running left. And he bowls over a tackler. He's going to wind up picking up a yard, maybe 2 on that play. And that Jacoby Buchanan is a tough son of a gun. He is 6 foot and 235, and he will make you pay if you get in his way.
No question about the big fella like to run downhill. And it seems as if he wants to hit somebody. He's not running away. He's going at him.
Second down and 9 for the Red Devils as we are underway here at St. Louis University High. And Cook is going to give up the middle to Buchanan again. And Buchanan carries it across midfield and into St. Louis U High territory. They're going to mark this one at the 45-yard line of the Junior Bills.
And that's low, boy. That's a load to carry. The big fella's getting his momentum going. In order to slow him down, the defensive line from SLUH has to penetrate and get underneath the offensive line and slow him down. If not, you're going to have a long day with him.
And it's not just Buchanan, but that offensive line. The coaches always talk about it, DJ, getting low, and they're doing a great job of it here.
Oh, man, they are blocking right now.
Buchanan again, they're going to him all the time here. And now St. Louis U High knows what's coming, and he is stopped for no gain on this play. So for the first time tonight, Buchanan doesn't get anything.
Well, you know what, and that's okay because Buchanan said, hey, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to put this baby to work. I'm going to go downhill. But this SLUH team, this is going to be one of the games, I'm going to say, Randy, going to be a nasty type game. They're going to play physical up front. They're going to come at them. And let's see if those linebackers from SLUH can step in that hole and make plays.
Those linebackers, Maceo Cummings and Brendan Hanna on the outside, Anthony Bohannon and Sean Bender on the inside. And a flag flies here on this first down play, a third down play rather. I'm sorry, it was fourth down, and it's going to go against St. Louis U High, and the Junior Bills are going to give a first down to Chaminade. That's a big mistake on 4th and 1.
Oh, man, that's huge, but you can see the anticipation wanting to get off the ball, trying to penetrate and make something happen. That's what they're trying to do, but you got to be smart.
So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for Chaminade. And Cook is going to give inside to Taylor this time. Taylor has a first down and more down the left sideline. Taylor is going to go. Touchdown.
Oh, my
Chaminade.
goodness.
Jared Taylor picks up the touchdown run for the Red Devils, a 39-yard run.
Yeah, I think they call him out.
And they're going to call him out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. You see the explosion of him, man. He hit that corner. Man, he went from 0 to 60 in no time. And when you look at him, man, his explosiveness, his ability to make a play is big time.
And our U.S. Army coaches of the game, you saw Antoine Torrey for Chaminade. On the other side, Mike Jones in his first year at St. Louis University High. This is Buchanan up the middle, and Buchanan pulls his way down to the 6-yard line, and it will be 2nd down and 5 for Chaminade. They're able to get a first down here.
You know,
at the 1-yard line.
yeah, but when you ask SLUH what you're going to eat, you're going to eat Buchanan. I'm telling you, they are feeding Buchanan this morning, big fella. They are bringing it to him and saying, you got to stop the big fella.
That offensive line for Chaminade off to a great start. Trey Hasala, Jake Davis, Riku Kasiga, Drew Mitchell, and Marcus Greer. And Buchanan again, and he picks up a couple down to the 2-yard line. And it will be 3rd and 1.
You talk about the U.S. Army coaches of the game. I'm going to tell you, Coach Torrey is being very disciplined like you're in the Army. He's staying exactly with what's getting him there. I mean, running the ball. A lot of coaches at this time, Randy, would go away from what's working and try to be something fancy. This guy, Torrey, the head coach, said, hey, we're going to play mano-a-mano, come right at you, stop us.
Here's a 3rd down play for Chaminade. And Buchanan again, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Jacoby Buchanan helps Chaminade draw first blood. They're up 6-0.
Yes, sir, the big fella. Buchanan, I mean, just gave him the ball. Just let him do what he does best. Run downhill, physical, shoulder pads parallel to the line of scrimmage, and went right at it, man. Took that baby into the house for 6 points.
That offensive line for Chaminade dominant on that first possession. They didn't have to throw the ball.
No, and that's the first. I'm telling you talk about history in our lives, that's the first game we've ever saw and witnessed a run all the entire first series.
The extra point is good, and Chaminade up by a score of 7-0. Is knocking it through was Kyle Boyer. And it is a 7-0 lead for the Red Devils.
Can we ever remember or recall the years you and I have been working together?
Let's head down to the sidelines and check in with our sideline reporter, Angela Sharp. Angela.
I have Heather and Mason with the Tutor Doctor. If somebody's watching at home, what is a Tutor Doctor?
We're a Tutor Doctor South St. Louis, and what we provide is one-on-one tutoring in your home on your schedule with the teacher's syllabus and the support of the student and the parents.
Now, this is what I really liked about this is you don't just utilize, you need help with math, I'll help you with math, but you actually get the teacher's syllabus.
Absolutely. It's a team effort. It's the parents, it's the students' motivation, it's the skill of the tutors, and it's everybody working together, and that's what makes us different.
I love how that makes you different. Now, you're a part of this. You're always in this. What is the most rewarding experience for you?
Well, one thing that I really enjoy is watching the kids when they have their aha moment. When you're working with somebody and all of a sudden something really clicks and they just get this light on their face, it's really an amazing thing.
I bet it would be really cool to that. Now, you're also doing something to help with college prep, right?
That's correct. We're sponsoring free ACT testing on Wednesdays and Saturdays, ongoing basis. Just look up Tutor Dr. South St. Louis and you'll see our schedules then. Feel free to call us up or send us an email. We'll schedule you.
See, there you go. You can get some help getting into your college prep. So where can somebody find you just one last time if somebody's out there? Because you work with people as little as kindergarten, and you said you would even help them learn an additional skill, right?
We believe anybody can learn. A lot of our students come from kindergarten all the way up through high school, but we will teach anybody. We've had requests for welding and GED classes.
So how can they find you?
Tutor Doctor of South St. Louis. Go ahead.
Definitely check them out. We're going to send it back up to Randy and Demetrius.
And out of the shotgun, he is going to give to his running back, Jared Scott. And Scott is across the 25 up to the 28-yard line, brought down by the defensive back, and that is Terrell Powell, the free safety.
Very nice change of direction. He goes one way, Scott sees it, it's clogged up, bounce it back to the other side. So some very good quickness and explosiveness getting down the field, like his vision.
From the 29-yard line, this is the third down play. And the Junior Bills trying to match CBC's score on their opening possession. Hannah will give inside, and this is Scott, and he is dropped at the 26-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Junior Bills.
That's a nice play by the big boys up front. They come out and they penetrate, and that's what you do. You got to stop a running back before he gets going. Penetrate, get on the line of scrimmage, and make a play.
Saw big number 76 there for Chaminade. That's Trevor Trout, and he is recruited by everybody. He's one of those great players, one of the top 50 players in the country, and he has cut his list to 6 teams, including Miami and Georgia, USC, UCLA, Mizzou, and he is going to wind up at a great football institution. Kick is going to drop inside the 30-yard line and be down at the 28 by St. Louis U High.
The thing I like about Trevor Trout, you talk about all the schools recruiting him, his ability to play at a high level all the time. And when you have that kind of pressure on you, people are looking at you, wanting to see if you step your game up. He plays hard every single play and make you really appreciate his ability.
Second possession for Chaminade, leading 7-0. Brady Cook, the quarterback, a great drive on the opening possession for Jacoby Buchanan. Their running back scored the touchdown. Also a big run there for Jared Taylor, and they didn't have to throw the ball on that first possession. It'll be interesting to see their approach DJ here on their second possession.
No question about it. I would like to see him come out and play action pass if I'm him. I would do that.
And they're going to use a little end around. Trying to turn it up is Doug Agnew, and he's stopped and might lose a half a yard on that play.
But I could understand that call. And the reason why I understand it is because Chaminade is so dominant up front. They feel that SLUH cannot stop them. They're going to force their linebackers to come in and make plays.
This is second down. Cook is going to throw for the first time tonight, and this one is overthrown, incomplete, and we have a flag. That one was intended for Cameron Campbell.
Well, that was almost like the no huddle, man. They got up there and ran that play really, really quick.
And we'll get the call here. And it's going to go against St. Louis University High. And so Chaminade will be able to take advantage of another miscue by the Junior Bills.
And that's the last thing you need to do is help Chaminade. Chaminade is so good. They need no help. They're well coached. They're going to play hard. They are very physical up front, got very good skilled players. You don't need to give them any other opportunities more so than what they're going to get anyway.
Here's the call, and it is going to go against St. Louis U High, a 15-yard mark-off for unsportsmanlike conduct. And so Chaminade will have it at their own 43-yard line. Let's call it the 42 on first down. It's Cook, the quarterback, and he's going to give to Taylor. Taylor running left, and he is wrapped up and brought down. Good play there by Anthony Bohannon, the inside linebacker.
Anthony Bohannon does a great job in scraping down the line of scrimmage. That's what you want your linebackers to do. Keep their eyes up, move their feet, scrape down the line of scrimmage and make a play. Came up and made a very nice play.
So it'll be second down for Chaminade after the penalty. No gain for the Red Devils. We'll give them a couple. It'll be second down and 8. And here's Buchanan again up the middle. He has a first down and more inside the 45-yard line. They're going to mark this at the 44 for Chaminade.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody better call, get a stop sign or something, because I'm telling you what, you don't want that big fella running downhill. And when the number 9 came up, Armstrong, the senior safety, comes up and have to make a play with a guy going full speed, oh, my goodness, that's a nightmare.
Dominant start here for Chaminade running back Jacoby Buchanan. He's going to run it again, and he gets past the linebacker, and Buchanan down the left side is down to the 35-yard line. And Mike Trittler, the defensive end, had a chance. Buchanan ran away from him, and he's close to another first down
that
for
was
Chaminade.
Nice by the big fella. He says a nice feet, man. I'm telling you, man, it's kind of like he was doing a ballet. I mean, he said, whoop, stop and go upfield. Oh, man, really nice. To stop and start for his size is incredible.
Second down and 1. And you talk about play action, this would be a great time to run play action for Chaminade. 3 receivers, and they're going to go with Buchanan up the middle. Nothing wrong with that. He picks up the first down and takes it inside the 35-yard line down to the 31.
Well, Coach Torrey from Chaminade is saying, hey, man, you can't stop him. We're going to continue to feed him. If you don't stop him, we're going to continue to run him. And that's what's happening right now. It's real simple football. Mano a mano, big man on big man. Can you stop my man?
7-0 Red Devils. Ball at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. And Cook is going to throw to the left side. And this is caught by the wide receiver Cameron Campbell, who's brought down inside the 25-yard line. Nice pickup there for Chaminade.
And a lot of times you hope that they can break, but if it don't break, it's no big deal. Because what it becomes is a running play, use a pass play as a running play. Give me a nice little yards, get 3 or 4 on the gain, make my second down a little more shorter. So I can appreciate that call.
Brady Cook, their quarterback, has 4 touchdown passes this year, 22 of 39 coming into this game from the 24-yard line. Buchanan up the middle. Jacoby Buchanan inside the 10, into the end zone for the touchdown. And Chaminade is up 13-0.
Yes, sir. Roll, big fella. Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. Buchanan, you're a big-time player. That's what I'm talking about. It was beautiful blocking, like part of the sea. Buchanan gets the ball, goes right down the middle. Nobody touched the big fella. That's great blocking up front by this Chaminade team. Oh, my goodness. They hitting on all cylinders.
Stevenson will try the extra point as you see 4:10 remaining in the first quarter, and the Red Devils trying to go up 14-0. The snap is good. The ball is down. The kick is up and through and good. And early on, the Red Devils grab a 14-0 lead in the first 8 minutes of this game.
And just look at the confidence. Look at the big fellas coming out. And a lot of times our big boys don't get the recognition. But in order to have a dominant running game like Chaminade, those big dogs up front has to let the little dogs eat. And that's what they did. I mean, they really dominated the line of scrimmage of SLUH. SLUH linebackers going to have to come up there and fill the holes. If I'm Mike Jones, I'm almost going to have to go almost 8-9-man front and try to slow them down.
Evenson will kick it away here, and that is the return man, McMurrin. Evenson steps into it, and St. Louis U High will take it from the 6-yard line. And this is McMurrin, and he is out to the 20-yard line and brought down there. And that's where St. Louis U will start at their own 20-yard line.
I'm going to say an asterisk on these series. St. Louis U must do something now.
Here's a throw by Hanna to the left side, and this is Daniel Terry. He picks up a yard. On that play, it'll bring up a 2nd down and long for the Junior Bills.
That was a nice play by Powell. Number 7, he comes up, stays very much under control, makes a tackle. You don't have to knock people out, knock them down real hard. The object is to get them down at any cost necessary, and that's what happened. Nice little tackle.
Pickup of a yard for St. Louis U High, 2nd down and 9. Daniel Terry is that wing on the left side. Scott in the backfield with Hanna. That's Terry in motion. And this will be Jared Scott turning it up across the 25 to the 27-yard line, maybe the 28, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Junior Bills.
I've been trying to watch Scott and see who his mannerism remind me of. He runs like Terrell Davis, the former Denver Bronco Hall of Famer. I mean, I like how he's high knees and he keeps his shoulder parallel to the line of scrimmage. Got good vision, great explosiveness. That's what I like about him. He can get the ball, go downhill, and can change directions.
And the more you watch, the more you realize that it's vision and patience that make a great running back. More than great speed, it's the mental part of the game. This is McMurrin taking the pass. He has the 1st down and more. Daniel McMurrin across the 40, across midfield. McMurrin has some blockers. He's going to go for the touchdown for St. Louis U High. That is A.J. Harden. Harden made the catch for the long touchdown for St. Louis U High.
They told me how big time of a play he was. So I guess Harden saying, hey, let me tell you something, Buchanan. You're not going to do what we can't do here.
Extra point is good for the Junior Bills, and they lead they're trailing now 14-7.
That was an outstanding play by A.J. Harden. He gets the ball, makes the miss, go down the field. I mean, he's saying, hey, you're not going to come in my house and embarrass me. anything you can do, I can do better than you. A.J. Horton showed a great explosiveness getting up the field.
72 yards from Hannah to Harden, and Harden putting in most of the work with the run after the catch. That is the Chaminade return man ready to get this one, Doug Agnew, and the boot is short. It'll be taken at the 18-yard line. And this is the return man across the 30. That is the Chaminade safety on defense. Making the return, John Coots. And the Red Devils will take over leading by a score of 14-7.
Yeah, well, this is going to be very important to see if SLUH can get them out 3 and down or not allow them to score any points right now, because SLUH got some momentum back on their side, and they needed that. The play just happened. Now the defense got to step up and make some plays.
Big number 78 in there for St. Louis University High, Cameron Bowdry. Here's the snap. Here's the throw by Cook. And they try to get something going with Cameron Campbell and Camp. That's the second time they've run this play, DJ, trying to get something going on the left side.
Yeah, well, they're thinking that the receiver can beat the defensive back and has the ability to elude him and get down the field and make a big gain, just kind of like A.J. Horton did. Get a little small play and make it and turn it out to something big.
Antoine Torrey and his staff with a 14-7 lead, trying to keep things rolling here. Buchanan has been big so far here in the first quarter. This is going to be Taylor, though. Jared Taylor running towards the sideline, and he'll be brought down at about the 40-yard line. This will bring up a third down for Chaminade, and that's so far a good defensive stand for St. Louis U High. They haven't done much stopping of that run game.
No question about it, because the big guys up front getting a little more penetration from SLUH.
Cook will hand to Buchanan, who bowls his way forward and is going to get the first down. He's brought down at the 45-yard line and has another first down for the junior Bills.
That's a load.
Red Devils.
Hey, big fella, that's a load. Look at the big fella. Look how he's walking. He knows he's a load. He knows you come up there, you're going to get punished. Oh, the big fella can run hard, man. I like what I'm seeing in this young man.
St. Louis U High defense has been on the field for a long time here in the first quarter.
And it's going to be interesting to see if they can maintain that type of intensity. When you're on the field like that, you're going to get tired.
Now Cook will throw, and he's going to go deep down the left side, and this one is overthrown, incomplete, intended for Campbell, and Chaminade will have fourth down.
That's great coverage by the corner, but I like that safety coming over top, Randy. Seemed like the safety could have intercepted the ball. However, it looked like he may have lost it in the light because that was great double on the receiver on the outside.
Campbell 6'3", 195, the senior, and it's actually second down here. Second down and 10 for Chaminade. Throwing to the right side is Cook, and this one is caught, and picking up a first down is Kyle Boyer.
Yeah, that's too much. That's just too much. Made it too easy. That's just like pitch and catch. Just the quarterback and receiver just playing catch. Got to be a little more aggressive. I'm going to roll my corner up, bring my safety over top. If I'm afraid or I'm getting beat deep, you got to play a little more aggressive defensively.
You see the size of that Red Devil offensive line, and they have been able to take it to the St. Louis U High defense so far. They're a big group. It is 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, and this is going to be Taylor across the 40. And Taylor is brought down. Nice tackle there by Cameron Bowdry, joined by Anthony Bohannon, the inside linebacker who finished him off.
I like what you're saying. Taylor, he's an explosive guy. You can give him the ball, give him a crack, boy, he could take it to the house quick. And then you got the other physical running back. So that's what I'm liking, how they mixing up their play running and the play calling with the running backs. Good job by Antoine Torrey.
Thunder and lightning now movement by the Red Devils, and that'll set them back 5.
And you know what's happening? You don't know who to tackle. When you got the big boy just running downhill on you, Jacoby Buchanan, and then you got Taylor with the lightning that you refer to, you don't know how to play it.
It's the Bommarito Automotive Group High School Prep Zone Game of the Week, brought to you by Elite Football Academy St. Louis and by Dead On, powered by Schutt. We build accuracy. And by Lion's Choice, famous roast beef sandwiches serving St. Louis since 1957. And U-Haul. And Dirty Dogs, Doglicious hot dogs established in 2005.
Nearly 50 years ago, in a rural community outside of St. Louis, a car dealership was launched with the idea that Bommarito is where price sells cars. That heritage to give every customer the best price has grown into a regional powerhouse with multiple brands at all price levels and 12,000 new and pre-owned vehicles. At the Bommarito Automotive Group, we'll have your car at your price. I'm Frank Bommarito. Let me earn your business today at Bommarito.com, where price sells cars.
SLUH has amazing degree programs. We have one of the most quality, affordable educations in this region. Small classroom environment, family environment, very welcoming to all students, and be prepared to be a global leader in the global society. SLUH is the place for you.
I loved on Friday night, we were here for the SLUH Chaminade game. Lou, you were here with your family. You were selected as our Lion's Choice Family of the Game. Who all did you have out here that day?
Well, I had my wife, Tasha, which is Maceo's mother, and I had Maceo, father Maceo. I had his sister, aunts, cousin. Hey, we was just out here, the whole family.
You guys were out here having a great time. Now, SLUH ended up coming out on the short end of that.
Well, you know, better than looks next time. You know, the kids play hard.
This is what I like. They're all here supporting SLUH and Maceo no matter what the score is, which is why we're going to give you a $50 gift card to Lion's Choice. You think you could use Lion's Choice gift card?
Oh, man, they got some great roast beef.
That's right. They got great roast beef. You got to check it out, too. We're going to give him a $50 gift card, but you should check out an aerial location. Back to you, DJ and Randy.
Elite Football Academy is where players go when they want to take their game to the next level. Whether you're just starting out or wanting to get noticed by college coaches, Elite Football has the right program for you. The mission of Elite Football is to provide athletes with the best training and development opportunities available in the country. We accomplish our mission by offering comprehensive, developmentally appropriate training and education for youth, middle school, high school, college, and professional players. Call them at 636-346-1371. Second quarter at St. Louis U High. The Red Devils of Chaminade leading 14-7. They have the ball from the 46-yard line, and their quarterback is Cook. He throws to Boyer on the right side, and that one is going to be called complete, and that'll be close to a first down for Chaminade.
Wow, I thought that was out of bounds, and they call that complete? Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, man, I'm liking the Chaminade team. I'm liking them staying to their base, and their base is running the ball.
From the 43-yard line, Cook to throw. Looking left, throwing right, down the right side, and this one's overthrown, incomplete, intended for the junior Doug Agnew.
Wow.
And Cook has a strong arm.
He does, but Agnew had him beat. I mean, if you give him a nice throw, he's taking that baby to the house. He's taking it to the bank and cashing it in. Very good route. It seemed like it was a communication problem on the defensive team of SLUH because this guy's wide open, running down the sideline. It seemed like it was a roll-up or two, and the safety should come over top, but it didn't happen. Lucky play for SLUH that time.
A lot of speed at the receiver position with Agnew, Campbell, and Boyer, and Jabin Johnson will also check in at times for the Red Devils. Cook to throw again, and this time over the middle, incomplete and intercepted. This one is picked off by A.J. Harden, and St. Louis U High gets the football back.
That's a big play right there, and that's something the doctor ordered. I mean, you get a little cold, you go to the doctor and then ordered a nice interception. Now let's see if SLUH could take advantage of this big play.
Harden, who caught the 72-yard touchdown pass earlier, gets the ball back for the Junior Bills. A turnover technologies turnover, a turn group technologies turnover for the Junior Bills.
It's going to be interesting now to see if Mike Jones become aggressive or be methodical and just take time off the clock because Chaminade has dominated that first half.
Here is Hanna, the quarterback. And he has Scott in the backfield with him. This is Jared Scott. Ooh, and he is hit
yes, sir.
and bounced down.
Yes, sir.
That was Jabin Johnson Taylor, the linebacker, with the hit.
Yes, sir. That's a hammer time hit, big dog. That's what you like. Oh, he came up and put a hammer on him. Very good. I mean, this is the same young man who's running the ball offensively. Great athlete, great ability, two-way star. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's the kind of hit that he likes to avoid as a running back, and he just laid one on his counterpart.
No question about it. I wonder what he feels when he put a hit on someone like that he don't like to be hit.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 for the Junior Bills. Hannah is going to give to Taylor again. And this is Jared Taylor across the 30 with a first down, 35-40. And out near the 50-yard line is Jared Scott, the running back for St. Louis U High.
Boy, you talking about Scott is just a workhorse. Give him the ball and get out of the way. The young fella got some quickness, got great feet, great vision, get upfield, make plays. That's what I like about the young fella.
Jared Scott's a senior, 5'11", 200 pounds. Came into this game with 286 yards in the 2 games and 6 touchdowns in 2 games.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, very impressive running back. Like I say, when you run downhill, you're going to make positive yards.
From the 48-yard line, Hannah has Terry in motion. And the snap and the give is a fake and a throw to the left side for Terry. Terry to midfield and works his way into CBC or Chaminade territory.
Heck of a catch by Terry. I mean, that was a very difficult catch. He had to twist his body around and make the play and then have the wherewithal to turn up field and get some positive yards. That was difficult, but as an outstanding athlete as he is, he made it seem very simple.
That Chaminade defense needs to make a stand here. They're up 14-7. The Red Devils led 14-0, and SLUH High was able to come back on a long touchdown to Hardin. They get the ball back here with a chance to perhaps tie the game. Receivers to the left and right, I formation. Now they're going to call a timeout, it looks like, and the Red Devils actually are going to be charged with the timeout here, leading 14-7.
Yeah, and you know, I can understand that because Torrey is seeing that the SLUH team is getting a little more momentum. They want to be able to slow it down a little bit and be able to think about what they got to do.
This game brought to you by the Orthopedic Center of St. Louis. Insist upon the best. It is 2nd down and 4 to go for St. Louis U High, trailing 14-7. Hannah facing a blitz and a run up the middle, and close to a first down is the tailback, and that is Scott, Jared Scott, and looks like he has the first down, DJ.
Yeah, Jared Scott is a workhorse, man. I like what I'm seeing with him. Everyone said how impressive he was and how impressive he runs. He is living up to the billing that he is a big-time player.
One of the great things about having a terrific coaching staff, and both of these teams have great coaching staffs, we've seen it with Mike Jones over the years. He's able to have a staff that helps players individually get better, that collectively benefits the group. Players get better and better under his staff.
No question about it, and that's tell you a lot about him as a person and as a coach.
This is Scott again, and Scott is grabbed from behind and brought down across the 40-yard line. In on the play was John Coons, the safety, along with Jared Taylor, the linebacker.
That was a very hard 2 to 3 yard run. I mean, he had to twist all over the place, throw off tacklers, and get upfield. Man, that was a hard 2 yard run.
2nd down now, and 8 to go. Hannah out of the shotgun, and he's going to look to the right and throw to the right, and this one is going to be caught for a first down for St. Louis U High, and that's Hardin again.
That was a beautifully thrown pass. I mean, the only person who could get that ball was A.J. Hardin. The receiver, the quarterback threw that baby low and made A.J. Hardin go down for it. That was a great pass. Outstanding throw.
Hardin, a 6'3", 185-pound senior who came into this game with 34 yards on 4 catches, and he's already eclipsed the yardage total tonight with his 72-yard touchdown reception. There you see the ball at the 29-yard line for the Junior Bills. They're trying to punch it in here and tie this game, and another timeout on the field.
Well, when you talk about A.J. Hardin, that's what you expect of him. And Mike Jones had a lot of hope and confidence in A.J. Hardin being a big-time player that he's turning out to be, and thinking that he could help, cultivate some of the young players that Mike has on his team. And I tell you, A.J. Hardin is just a great player. He's going to get a nice opportunity to go to a nice school to play football.
First down, and this is Scott, and he is wrapped up and brought down. The defensive end, Marcus Greer, wrapped him up, and Scott didn't have a chance.
That was a beautiful play by Marcus Greer. He read the pulling of the tackle. He flattened down and made a nice play on Scott. Great job by the big fella. He moved up the field, big fella. Way to move, big fella.
And by the way, we don't see Trout in there. Drought started this game, played in the first quarter, and we have not seen him since the first quarter. This is going to be Terry on a keeper up the middle, a little wildcat action up to the 19-yard line for St. Louis U High.
Yeah, having a conversation with Mike Jones, Coach Jones, he was talking about how they're going to go in the wildcat situation, and because he got very explosive running backs and receivers, he can do some various things to try to keep Chaminade off our balance, and that's what you saw, the wildcat. Very nice pickup.
Marked the ball at the 20-yard line, and St. Louis U High gets into the red zone here, trying to tie this game. 3rd and 1, big play here. Hand of the quarterback out of the shotgun is going to throw to the left side. And wrapped up and brought down is Scott, the tailback, and Jared Taylor all over the place tonight, making the tackle there.
Yeah, boy, that play didn't stand a chance because Taylor does a great job reading it and coming right up and making the play. And he's so quick that he can react to plays like that with no hesitation. Very nice play.
So now it's going to be 4th and 6, and it looks, DJ, like they're going to go for it here.
Well, if I'm Coach Jones, you have to go for it. I mean, you don't want to try to kick a 30-some yard field goal, and sometimes it's very hard to do that in high school. Go for it. I mean, you still got pretty good field position.
It would be a 42-yard try. So they're going for it on 4th and 6, handed a throw, and looking right and overthrowing the intended receiver, and nothing doing for A.J. Harden there.
Yeah, and that's a hard throw to make. You got your quarterback on the opposite hash of the field. Now he's throwing all the way on the other side of the field. That's a very difficult throw to make.
So Chaminade gets the ball back. They lead 14-7. They're going to work from their own 24-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10. And they're going to send their most speed-laden receiver, Cameron Campbell, out to the left side. They're going to give inside to Jacoby Buchanan, and he is across the 20 on 1st down, across the 25-yard line, picking up about a yard.
Well, if you want to slow Chaminade down, that's what you have to do. You got to penetrate underneath and not allow the big fella to get going, because if he gets going, it's going to be difficult to bring him down. Good penetration by the entire defensive line for SLUH.
2nd down and 9 for the Red Devils. Brady Cook, their quarterback, has not had to throw much tonight. And he's going to go to Buchanan. Oh, and they're going to snap it to Taylor, the running back. Jared Taylor trying to turn it up. And he gets to the 30, across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Little trickery there, as it looked like Cook was going to go say something to Buchanan, and they snapped it to Jared Taylor.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about bringing all the tricks out of the bag tonight, big fella. That's what happened. It was like one of those quarterback, let me snap it to my speedster Taylor. He goes down the line of scrimmage like he's talking to his team, and they snap it to Taylor up front, and he makes a nice pickup on it.
And a 1st down. Actually, we're going to call it 3rd down, as they're going to mark the ball at the 33-yard line. So 3rd and a little more than 2, and this will be Buchanan, and he'll have the 1st down as he bowls his way to the 40-yard line.
Well, one thing you got to know is this. When it's short and you need some yards, who you going to give it to?
That guy to number 24.
No question about it, and he's going to do some work on you.
U-Haul has been the #1 choice of do-it-yourself movers since 1945. But did you know U-Haul is also your neighborhood self-storage provider? With more than 51 million square feet of self-storage space, U-Haul offers climate control, state-of-the-art security, affordable pricing, and a room to fit every need. Mention the Prep Zone Game of the Week to get your first month free at any U-Haul storage facility in the greater St. Louis area. Contact your local U-Haul store for more details and visit us at uhaul.com.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for Chaminade. They already lead by a score of 14-7. Here is Cook out of the shotgun. Taylor in motion. And they're going to give to Buchanan. He turns it up. And Buchanan is going to put his head down and pick up 5 more.
Well, I tell you, Buchanan is a bruising runner, man. He is physically beating up the defense as they hit him.
2nd and long 5. Cook to throw. Left side, Campbell can't hang on. Incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down now for the Red Devils.
That's what you call just keep taking your eye off the ball.
Now Buchanan again, and this time he's stacked up and knocked backwards. Bowdry, the defensive tackle, has had a big night. There he is right there, number 78. He was the initial contact against Buchanan.
And I like Bowdry, big boy.
Now on fourth down, Chaminade going for it, throwing deep down the right side, and this pass is tipped incomplete as it was intended for Taylor, and McMurrin was on the coverage.
That is a good play by McMurrin.
Now the U-High getting the ball back. And Hannah looking and throwing deep down the right side, and this pass is overthrown and incomplete. Man, they're trying for that big play to A.J. Harden tonight.
Anytime you get an opportunity to get A.J. Harden one-on-one on the outside, you got to make that throw because he's going to catch it. I mean, anywhere in his vicinity, he will make it if it touches his hand. Missed out on a nice play that time by SLUH because that's something they really needed to happen for them in this game, because I'm telling you, Chaminade is going to continue to play physical football up front.
And the Junior Bills are taking their shots downfield, no doubt about it. The ball is at the 48-yard line. And Hannah is going to work from under center on second down. And he's going to give right side to Scott. Scott finds a hole. Oh, this is the different running back, and up the middle down to the 29-yard line is St. Louis University High running back and making the big play. And we'll try to get that.
Look like Kellen Porter.
Porter is
nice.
Going to get the first down for the U-High.
That showed some explosiveness, didn't he? I mean, he broke through that line of scrimmage and got down the field really fast. You know, what I'm impressed by both of these teams, they got some great skilled players on both teams.
So 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. SLUH trying to even this game. They're down 14-7. And up the middle, the tailback again, and a gain of a couple on that first down play for St. Louis University High. That is Scott back into the game.
Now I'm looking at Scott. Now he gets the ball, and that hole closed. But just show you what kind of running back he is. He did not bounce it out. He did anything like that. He kept his head up and going straight at it. Man, I'm telling you, he is a very nice running back.
And the running backs all tell you it's not how quickly you get to the hole, it's how quickly you get through the hole. And you need a hole to get through. And Scott's going to try to find one now. And instead, he is brought down. Jared Taylor, the linebacker, man, he gets in there in a hurry. He's like a hummingbird getting to his target, and he was able to bring Scott down.
Taylor is having a good game on both sides of the ball. Offensively, he's catching the ball, he's running the ball, he's doing things. Defensively, he's knocking passes down, coming up and making hits on running backs. And, man, I'm telling you, he is playing an all-around outstanding football game.
3rd and long for the Junior Bills. Hannah facing a blitz, under pressure, gets it away down the left side, and this is intercepted. Intercepted by Kuntz, the safety, and Chaminade gets it back. Kuntz with the pickoff of Hannah.
And that's what you need to do as a safety, stay back and make a play.
Now CBC and Buchanan up the middle for a gain of 3.5, and he is down at the 20-yard line. Jacoby Buchanan continues just to bulldoze that St. Louis U High defense.
Well, if you're Chaminade, what are you going to do? You're just going to turn around and give it to Jacoby and let the big fella run the ball. They have not been able to stop him on a consistent basis.
Ball is right on the 20-yard line. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. And here's Buchanan again. And Buchanan is brought down at the 24-yard line by a host of St. Louis U tacklers, led by that outstanding inside linebacker. That is, the right end, Mike Trittler.
What's impressive to me with Buchanan, his ability to be as big as he is to change directions. I mean, his feet are really quick and nice. Just unbelievable feet for the big fella.
I met Mike Trittler's dad. Talk about him after this play. It's 3rd down. And here is Taylor wrapped up and brought down. And Bowdry again made the initial contact, and then the rest of the group came to the rescue. Mike Trittler, number 31, the right end. And our game brought to you by Dead On, powered by Shut. We build accuracy. Trittler is, I said, was it Miles or is it Mike's? Or Mike. And he said, no, it's Mike's, M-I-K-E-S. So his name is Mike's Trittler. Here's a pass over the middle, incomplete. So
Mike's?
when you see number 31, his name is Mike Strittler.
Mike's.
Yes.
Like Mike's and Ike's?
Yes, exactly.
Ike's and Mike's? Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name?
He plays right end in their
Wow.
3-4 defense and does a really good job. Here is Cook throwing to the left side, and this one's overthrown and incomplete. That was intended for Doug Agnew, and he was knocked out of bounds.
Good defensive coverage by SLUH.
On 3rd and 1, Cook, the quarterback, throws to the right side. This is caught by the receiver, Jabin Johnson, and Johnson is across the 35-yard line near the 40. On 4th down, they're going to go for it. And Cook over the middle, and this one's tipped away. Good defense by Sean Bender, the inside linebacker, to knock it down.
That's nice play by Sean Bender to react on the ball and knock it down. Excellent vision.
Now plenty of time for St. Louis U High as they get the ball back on the turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Hannah, Scott, and Jared Scott has a first down and more. He breaks a tackle inside the 25, and inside the 10-yard line is Jared Scott.
Man, he's just a nice running back. I mean, I love Jared Scott's ability to get upfield and make plays. Quick feet, great vision, and a hard runner. Outstanding running back.
Well, all of a sudden, St. Louis U High threatens to tie this game. When they got the ball back with less than a minute left, I thought maybe they'd sit on the ball, but they get the big gain from Scott, and now they have a chance to put it into the end zone. Looks like at the placement of the ball, DJ, that they could get a first down, but plenty of time left here to score a touchdown. This game brought to you by Harris-Stowe State University, inspiring change, and by Cricket Wireless, and by the Orthopedic Center of St. Louis. Insist upon the best, Nathan Mall, MD, and by Rib City, real barbecue and great ribs, and by Jed CCL Transportation and Country Club Limousine. Tutor Doctor, trusted in-home tutoring. In a world with increasing academic pressures, sometimes a teacher's style or tasks outside of academia are hindering their potential to succeed. The solution? Tutor Doctor. Tutor Doctor matches your student with a highly qualified tutor at home in a private, stress-free environment while working around your schedule. And more than improving test scores, we focus on comprehension, making your goals our goals. Contact Tutor Doctor, South St. Louis, to schedule your free in-home consultation today, 314-610-0930. All right, 1st and 10 for the Junior Bills, down by a touchdown in the final minute of the first half. And movement by St. Louis U High. That was their guard, and the player inside, Joe Lansing, came up before everybody else.
You got to hold the water. Let's let the coach tell you. Hold the water, big fella. You can't drink it right now. You got to hold it. Can't let it out. What happens? You get antsy. You know it's an opportunity to tie the game up. You want to try to get an edge on this big physical Chaminade line, and you just, go off kilt. You got to stay focused and calm down.
1st and 15. Hannah will work out of the shotgun. That's Scott in the backfield with him. Harden on the right side, and he's going to go deep into the end zone for Harden, and this one is tipped away. On the coverage was Jabin Johnson, and they're going to throw a flag on Johnson for interference.
Yeah, and they got Johnson because he didn't turn his head around. He had very good coverage. If Johnson turns his head around, he's able to see the ball, but if you don't turn around and you run into the receiver, they're going to call pass interference.
And this will give St. Louis U High a great opportunity to tie this game as we approach halftime. There's A.J. Harden. Caught the touchdown pass earlier for St. Louis U High, and they've really made an effort to get him the ball. He's 6'3", has great leaping ability, and it wouldn't be a surprise if they would try to get him the ball here from the 7.5-yard line. It is 1st down, and they can get a first down, but let's call it 1st and 6.5.
Yeah, well, 2 players I'm going to try to go to is A.J. Harden or Scott. Those 2 guys are going to be the ones who touch the ball.
Hannah looks over to the sideline. 38 seconds left in the first half. This is Scott, and Jared Scott down to the 5-yard line, pulled backwards by the defensive line, and great work by the interior of that defensive line by Chaminade. Take the snap, and he's going to look, and he's going to throw to the right side, and a touchdown! Touchdown, Junior Bills. It is the receiver for the Junior Bills. Scoring it is number 15, and getting it into the end zone is St. Louis U High. Brendan Hanna with the touchdown.
Well, that was a nice route combination. You take the inside guy and you rub it, and the outside guy come inside. That's a great route combination for the touchdown.
Now we move to further action. The extra point good. It's a tie game at 14 apiece, and a squib kick. And Chaminade will take it from their own 24-yard line as we have less than 15 seconds remaining in the quarter, and the return was provided by the wide receiver for Chaminade, Doug Agnew.
I would have never imagined this game to be tied up going at halftime when you looked how Chaminade dominated up front. You know, they did a very good job blocking up front. Now you got SLUH making some plays, and that's what happens. Be patient. Plays will happen for you if you can just stay patient.
From the 35-yard line, Chaminade in a tie game, 14 apiece. Chaminade with a dominant start to this game. They had a 14-0 lead, but the Junior Bills have come back. Cook is going to throw on first down, and this one is caught, and being brought down is their tailback Taylor. Good defensive play there by St. Louis University High.
Yeah, and if I'm Mike Jones, I'm going to play conservatively defensively. I'm going to have all my guys back and, you know, just let them throw the ball up, knock it down, you know, and get out and be very happy that it's 14-14 going in at halftime. Because now you got a new game. You come back at halftime, come after the halftime and just play your game and play physical and play smart.
6 seconds remaining in the half. And Cook, the quarterback. And he's going to throw one more time. And this one is complete to Campbell. And Campbell is hit and dropped. And let's see, are they going to call this incomplete? No, they're going to say it's St. Louis U High ball. So it was a fumble.
Oh, wow.
And the Junior Bills take it away here at the end of the first half.
Well, that was going to be one of those laterals. You're going to catch the ball, and he was going to throw it back to Buchanan. Buchanan was going to try to take it up the field, and that's that play they was going to try to do. However, I didn't think that was a fumble. I just thought, you know, it was an incomplete pass because I didn't feel the receiver came down with the ball and took any steps.
Might as well try a Hail Mary here in the final play of the first half.
Oh, they didn't give him the fumble.
They didn't call it an incomplete pass, and Cook is going to go to work for Chaminade. Now they're going to use their last timeout. And either side here obviously capable of taking that shot downfield, and that's what Chaminade wants to do. They're just going to move the ball over to the right hash rather than the left hash. So Cook is going to work from there.
You know, you'd think the officials have to let the teams get situated because they called a fumble in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Now Cook with two receivers to the right, one to the left, and he is just going to let it fly if he can. And under pressure, he's going to run it instead. And Cook across the 50, inside the 45 and out of bounds as the first half comes to an end. St. Louis U High and Chaminade tied at 14 on our Bommarito High School Prep Zone Game of the Week.
Hello? Hello?
Doesn't it seem like the wireless world today could use a smile? At Cricket Wireless, we think so.
My name is Mark Lillibridge from Elite Football Academy in Chesterfield, and we help high school and youth athletes become the best players that they can possibly become. We do position-specific training, and so we'll take those kids. So if you're a quarterback, you're a running back, you're a linebacker, we have coaches that have tons of experience. A lot of them have played college football or even professional football. We'll help them get better at your athlete, help them get better at his craft of playing that position. And so we do it every Sunday during the off-season. We do it on Wednesday nights. It's a phenomenal facility, 23,000 square foot indoor facility, and the best players in St. Louis, the best players in the Midwest train with us. And we're excited about it, and we're excited about the SLUH matchup versus Chaminade. We have a lot of those guys that have played for us. SLUH, Tony Adams, is one of the first true freshmen to ever start at Illinois. He just started this last week at Illinois at cornerback. He's a graduate of SLUH, and he was one of our best prodigies out of Elite Football Academy. This year's class, there's a lot of guys from Chaminade. Trevor Trout is one of the best defensive tackles in the country. Every publication talks about him. Every recruiting service talks about him. He's one of the best in the country, and he trains at elite. Marcus Greer is one of the best offensive linemen not only in the state but in the country as well. He trains at elite. So there's a lot of great players at both schools that have trained with us. Those are just naming a couple of them. I don't want to slight anyone, but it is those are the guys that they work their tail off for us. They work hard for us. We love their families. We love working with them. And there's a lot of great players in the St. Louis area. This is one of the best classes. This 18 class and the 2019 class are some of the best in the country. I talk to guys from ESPN, I talk to guys from Rivals, I talk to guys from all these recruiting services that will sit and tell you right now that this area in the next 3 years is going to produce some of the best football players.
On first down from the 26-yard line, Hannah's going to throw on the first play of the second half, and this one is caught, and it is going to be across the 30, and a big hit by the offensive player there.
Yes,
Daniel
sir.
Terry.
Yes, sir. Daniel Terry, you laid the boom. Oh, my goodness. He dropped his shoulder and just went into the guy and knocked him back. Oh, my goodness.
That'll bring up second down, and a good first play there for St. Louis U High here in the second half. They want to establish something here early in the second half, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I keep talking about the size of Chaminade offensive line. I can tell you something, folks. SLUH offensive line is not small either. Look at the big boys.
Fellas.
Oh, my goodness,
Now
these
they've
big
got
fellas.
Bowdry, number 78, in there at right tackle. On second down, Hannah. And we have a whistle before this play gets underway. And it looks like St. Louis U High moved.
One thing about a coaching staff, you want to ever make your coach mad, come out and right after halftime, and your first play from scrimmage, you get a penalty. Man, that just drives coaches insane.
So they get the nice play by Terry. And now the penalty, and that'll set them back, and it'll be second down and 8. Big difference between second and 8 and second and 3 in regards to how you call plays, obviously. Hannah is going to take the snap, hand to Scott. Scott cuts it up the middle and has the first down across the 40-yard line. Nice run by Jared Scott, and he is brought down by Michael Brightfield, the linebacker.
Great run by Scott. Came right upside. Nice blocking. Followed his blockers with a nice pickup.
From the 40, handed a throw right side, and this one is caught by the tight end and brought down is Anthony Freeman, the tight end. The hit made by Jabin Johnson there.
That's a nice play by Jabin Johnson. Number 5, I mean, that was a picture-perfect tackle. He put his head on the outside, wrapped up, grabbed him, slammed him down. Great play by Johnson.
Beautiful night at St. Louis University High. Junior Bills and Red Devils of Chaminade even at 14 apiece. The ball is at the 44-yard line of St. Louis U High. Hannah is the quarterback, and he's going to throw again. Fakes to Terry. Now he's going to throw deep, and this one is almost intercepted. Terrell Powell had that one in his hands, but he couldn't hang on. That was intended for Terry.
Yeah, the receiver was open. Terry runs an out and up and kind of bends it back as a seam route. The quarterback just overthrew the ball, but that was a nice route. Just get the ball to him and get a nice pickup.
You see A.J. Harden at the bottom of your screen there, number 2, and on a down like this, that's a player to keep an eye on for Chaminade. Hannah is going to throw, and now he's going to give inside, and this is Scott, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple, and St. Louis U High not able to convert after a good start to this drive.
Yeah, but anytime we talk about when you get penalties, penalties really just kills a drive. That's why you got to stay focused and disciplined and take the penalties out of the game.
And for the first time tonight, we are going to have a punt.
Wow.
Nick Lang Jr. in to kick it away for St. Louis U High. Standing at his own 30-yard line. The snap is good with flag flies, and Lang gets it away. This one is going to bounce inside the 25-yard line. McMurrin gets it, and we'll find out what this flag is going to be about.
Yeah, we you know what?
False start against the Junior Bills.
And I'm surprised because we have not had a ton of penalties, but the penalties that come against SLUH is come at very bad times because it's stopping the drives and stopping opportunities.
Lang 5 yards deeper now from his own 25 will kick it away. Good snap, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch is called for. And at his own 29-yard line, the return man for Chaminade is able to set him up there. That was Doug Agnew. And now on first down, here's a give up the middle. And this is Taylor. Jared Taylor out to the 45, the 46-yard line. He's brought down by Sean Bender.
And that's nice by Taylor. Good vision, good feet, and great speed.
From the 46, here's another give to Taylor. And this time he has knocked down the inside linebacker, Mike Trittler, with the play.
Nice play by Trittler. He comes down the line of scrimmage and flatten the play.
On second down, Cook is going to throw, and he is going to hit his tight end, Kevin Ray. And Ray is inside the 20-yard line, inside the 10-yard line, and Ray is finally brought down at the 8-yard line. Luke Sansone, the cornerback, making the tackle.
Yes, excellent execution. Bring the tight end across the middle, give it to him, let him go upfield, make a big play.
Chaminade threatening to get a tally here. They give inside to Buchanan, who bulls his way to the 7-yard line.
No surprise. Who's going to get a ball to? Who you going to call? Buchanan, big fella. He's going to eat it up. Give the big fella ball and let him work with it.
Mike Trittler made the tackle. He's had a busy night on that St. Louis U High defense, number 31.
And that's what you need. I mean, if you're going to stop this team, your linebackers, they're going to have to come up and make plays.
Second down and goal. And this is going to be Taylor. And Jared Taylor is inside the 5. And he is close, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Jared Taylor with a 7-yard touchdown run, and the Red Devils of Chaminade retake the lead.
That was great work by Taylor. I mean, he worked it. He got hit in the backfield, kept his feet moving, got outside, and got in the end zone. That's determination. He wanted to get in the end zone.
Evenson will try the extra point, and he will hit it. And it's 21-14 in favor of Chaminade.
Man, but that was an outstanding run by Taylor. You got to be very impressed with Chaminade's ability to mix up the play calling. The tight end drag across the middle, come back with a nice run. Taylor bounces outside, showed a lot of heart to get in the end zone. Football is really simple. It's determination and wanting to get the job done.
Let's see if the Junior Bills can respond here, down by a touchdown. They were down by 2 touchdowns after a quarter, and were able to tie this game, DJ.
One thing we know about Mike Jones, and you and I know him personally, we know he's not going to quit. We know his team's going to fight to the end. But, sometimes, you can fight to the end, but your players got to make plays. Chaminade players and they star players have stepped their game up and made plays in this game.
Kellen Porter back deep to receive Evenson's kickoff. And we are ready to go, and Evenson steps into it, and this will be Porter with a foot in the end zone, and this ball will come out to the 20-yard line. That was actually McMurrin that made the catch. This game brought to you by Cricket Wireless and St. Louis U High will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Hand of the quarterback, throwing to the right side, Harden to the 25, to the 30-yard line with a first down and out of bounds.
And you can see the athleticism of Harden. I mean, he's a big, strong kid, got great quicks. He stiffed arm going downfield. Man, that was just a nice play.
And we have a flag down.
That's a killer. Every time you get flags on you, it takes the momentum. I'll talk about it all the time. Flags are momentum killers.
And we will get the indication here for what the flag is.
Well, we know it's a SLUH because they're walking back.
They're moving back, and it is holding against the Junior Bills.
Yeah, and that's something, I mean, you got to be very conscientious of that, particularly when you're behind and you're trying to change the momentum back to yourself.
So now Hannah on 1st and 14 is going to give to Scott, and Scott is grabbed from behind and brought down, and that defense is tough for Chaminade. That was Terry Jameson in on the tackle along with Kevin Ray.
And what's making that play so difficult to run is because there's so much penetration, and they flatten down the line of scrimmage, and they're very disciplined. The defensive line of Chaminade has been very disciplined. they don't go far up the field, Randy. They just go far enough where they can make a play, and that's impressive.
You saw number 10, Kevin Ray. He plays tight end and is also very active on the defense at an outside linebacker position for the Red Devils. Travis Trout has not returned to the game since the first quarter.
Yeah, it must be something wrong because that kid is just a beast of a player.
Hannah throws to Harden. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Jabin Johnson on the coverage of A.J. Harden.
Great route, passed a little too late. I mean, he was there in that seam area. You let it get into there with the safeties, and everybody could convert on the ball.
This Red Devil defense has played very well tonight. Hannah to throw again. Looking to the right side and throwing, and this one is incomplete, knocked away from Harden by Jabin Johnson again.
Boy, that's a nice play by Jabin Johnson. He closed on that ball and went up to the highest point and knocked it down. Impressive play by Jabin Johnson.
Now on fourth down, Lang is going to boot it away for the Junior Bills. Pressure on, and Lang gets it away. And this one is returnable from the 49-yard line. Here comes Taylor. Jared Taylor across the St. Louis U High 40, and they'll mark it right at the 40-yard line. Nice return by Taylor of 14 yards.
You know, Taylor reminds me of the old-time ball players, just plays everything. I mean, a lot of times they specialize things down the game. He is playing everything. Kick return, punt returns, defensive back, running back, receiver. Just impressive.
Cook, the quarterback. And he will pitch to Taylor on the right side, and Jared Taylor is going to pick up a yard, maybe two. Taylor's one of those guys that Antoine Torrey says at the beginning of the game, see you at halftime. And
No
then
doubt
at
about
the
it.
beginning of the second half, he sends him out there and says, see you at the end of the game.
No doubt about it, because they know he's going to stay on the field. I mean, that's the kind of ability he has. And that's what's really impressive. And for Coach Torrey to recognize his ability and just the versatility is just really, really impressive.
Taylor picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Chaminade from the 39-yard line of St. Louis U High. St. Louis U High with that three-man front. And here is the give to Taylor inside. And Taylor is able to pick up, more than I thought. He
yeah.
gets down to the 34-yard line. And now here he is again, and no gain on this play. But Taylor is a guy that finds the hole.
Yeah. And you know what's impressive is that when they feel a rhythm, and I'm talking about Chaminade and Coach Torrey, they stay with that rhythm. Right now, that rhythm is Torrey.
From the 34-yard line, it's 4th down. Taylor in the backfield along with Buchanan. Cook is the quarterback trying to draw him off sides. He's going to give to Jared Taylor. And Taylor trying to bull his way ahead down to the 30 and can't get there. He's a couple of yards short, and St. Louis U High will take over from their own 32.5-yard line. Hannah, the quarterback for the Junior Bills. And he's going to pitch right side. This is Daniel Terry. Terry to the 35, to the 39-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds there. And a nice pickup on first down for the Junior Bills. And a holding penalty against the Junior Bills, and that'll negate the nice run.
Yeah, well, the receiver did grab the outside linebacker who's coming down to make a play. He grabbed him up in his collar and not allowed him to get out. That's why the edge was there. They allowed the running back to get around the edge.
That's a big penalty for St. Louis U High. Rather than having the ball at the 39-yard line and being a yard away from a first down, now it'll be first and let's count it up, 1st and 20 for the Junior Bills.
And I know that Mike Jones and his staff, JC and those guys are really disappointed because too many penalties in this game. You're not going to beat a good team with a lot of penalties.
This is Taylor, or Scott rather. Scott is knocked down. Making the tackle is Doug Agnew for Chaminade.
I'm just so impressed with Scott. I mean, his ability to run, Randy, and their work, he likes to be worked. It's just so impressive to watch him run.
From the 27-yard line, Hannah hits Terry. Terry gets away from one tackler, gets to the 40-yard line, and is knocked out of bounds there.
That's some great speed. I'm telling you, just throw it to your athletes and get out of the way and let them make a play. Way to get upfield, very explosive.
3rd and 3. SLUH trying to tie the game, and Scott is to the 42-yard line. This will be short of a first down, and it'll bring up 4th down for St. Louis U High.
That's good defense. So you got to give Chaminade credit. Their defensive lines are making plays, and the linebackers are stepping up in the hole.
4th and inches here for the junior Bills.
You know, I'm going to say quarterback draw.
Showing blitz is Chaminade, and it is.
Oh,
quarterback
my goodness.
sneaking. He has dropped backwards.
Oh,
can't get anything. And Chaminade will take over.
Well, I'm going to tell you what Chaminade did. They put their linebackers in those areas and just had them to shoot the gaps.
And so Chaminade will have the ball back, and that SLUH defense has a big job in front of them. Down 21-14, and the ball in St. Louis U High territory at the 41-yard line. Cook, the quarterback, is going to throw to the right side, and this one is caught by Boyer. Boyer able to take it inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. When you try for a 4th down, DJ, in your own territory and don't make it, you really fire up the opposition.
No question about it, because first of all, like you said, you fire them up, but then you give them great field position. That's the gamble that you take.
Now a flag is going to fly on the 2nd down play, and it is going to be offsides against St. Louis U High.
Yeah, and you got to be disciplined. St. Louis U High, they have a really young team, and they got to understand Coach Jones' philosophy and how Coach Jones wanted it done, and they're going to get there. I mean, it's what you call a period of maturation, and that's what's happening right now.
And a period of adjustment. All those years of Gary Kornfeld coaching their program, and now making the change to Mike Jones and implementing a new system and really a new culture.
Yes.
Here is Buchanan up the middle, and Jacoby Buchanan is inside the 15-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 12. They're going to mark it there. 1st down for Chaminade. Buchanan is big and quick.
I am impressed with the big fella. I mean, roll, big fella, roll. That's all I can say.
The Red Devils trying to extend their lead here from the 12. Cook, the quarterback. Taylor, the running back. And Taylor inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. And the ball is going to be marked there.
I'm going to say impressive. I mean, Taylor grabs the ball with 2 hands, and he's making sure he protects that rock.
On 2nd down, it's Buchanan again, and this time he is dropped immediately. That time St. Louis U High knew what was coming. They knew that they were going to go to the fullback, and Bowdry was able to make the first contact, and then everybody else came to his aid.
But what makes it so difficult when you have both running backs that's running the ball very good and very well tonight, and that's what's happening. Both of the running backs, Taylor, I mean, it's a lot of quick. Buchanan, just physical. That makes it very difficult for your linebackers and your defensive line when you got both running backs running well.
3rd and 5. And Taylor is able to work his way inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Let's call it the 3, and it'll be 4th down and 2 with 43 seconds left in the quarter. This Bommarito Automotive Group High School Game of the Week brought to you by Radio 1, 95.5 R&B and Hot 104.1 FM. And by the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation. All right, a big 4th and 2 here for Chaminade. And running to the right side is Taylor trying to get to the sideline, and he might have the 1st down. St. Louis U High thinks they stopped him, and let's see where this ball is going to be marked.
Wow, he got right there, like inside the 1-yard line, like on the 1-inch line. Oh, that was a big-time stop.
And it's 1st and goal for St. Louis U High.
Because
Chaminade.
Yeah, because they was able to get a 1st down even if they didn't get a touchdown.
On 1st and goal, it is Taylor who puts his head down and bowls his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That is mano-a-mano football.
Oh, and they're going to call the penalty against St. Louis U High unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
Mano-a-mano football. That's exactly what Chaminade is playing. Big man on big man. Cannot big guys beat your big guys? And right now, Chaminade big guys are doing an outstanding job in blocking SLUHs.
Evenson will try the extra point here, trying to make it a 2-touchdown advantage for Chaminade. The Red Devils up by 13. Boyer is the holder. This would make it 28-14, and the kick is good. 28-14 Chaminade.
Well, I tell you what, Chaminade came to play. I mean, they really brought the A game tonight. Coach Torrey's doing an outstanding job in mixing up this play calling. I mean, when you're talking about play action pass, tight ends drag, giving the ball to your smaller running back, your bigger running back, they have called an outstanding offensive scheme tonight.
I love it. All right, we got Dead On Sports here. You've been out all last season. You talked about this. So this right here is the product we've been talking about?
Yeah, this is the target system right here we've been talking about. It comes out with windage and elevation, which everybody needs to learn how to be accurate. You got to have the windage and elevation to get your trajectory down.
Now, how is this helping those guys who are using this at the Elite Football Academy and other places, even on their own? How is it really helping them to get honed in on their target?
It really gives them the focus. It gives them an idea of where they actually missed, so they have an idea of what they have to do to try and get better to get it back into the zone.
Right, so if I hit it up here, I know that I need to kind of come down a little bit.
Exactly where you hit when the ball hits the target, you see it immediately. It goes into the brain. The brain already makes the adjustments, and you just walk up and do it again. It's pretty simple.
I love it. You've been using these out, like I said, at Elite Football Academy, but people can purchase these to use on their own. Where can they find it?
You can find them just about anywhere right now at a sporting goods store that deals with shut sports. You can go online, deadonsports.com, or like I said, just about anybody who deals with shut sports now. We signed an agreement with them, and they're distributing them all over the country.
And we're also utilizing this for baseball?
Absolutely. For baseball, we do the same thing for baseball. We can put this at first base, at any base really, for any of the infielders. We have a strike zone where we have a red square in the middle of the 9, and you can move it to any square. This target actually comes apart, and you can take it, put the circle on the bottom. So now you can put it down here for the cutoff. Or for long snappers, you can put it down here for the extra point.
So we can kind of move it all around to focus on your position.
Absolutely. Move it all around, focus on your position. We have 3 different sizes. This is 18-inch. We take them from the 18 to the 15. And when they get proficient at the 15, then we take them to the 12. And usually the 12 is a little aggravating because it's kind of small. So we bring it back to the 18 at the end of the practice, and everybody starts draining the 18 and realizes that their brain actually made that adjustment and focused them in.
I just love how it works, and you definitely need to check it out if you have a child or you yourself are into baseball or football. Check it out, Dead On Sports.
Thank you very much.
We're going to send it back up to DJ and Randy.
Now, on the touchdown, you remember that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so the penalty will be marked off here, and Evenson will be able to kick from the St. Louis U High 45-yard line.
Wow, I mean, that was a frustration penalty on the defense that time. I mean, he puts one of the players after the play is over, but you got to keep your composure.
He'll
I mean, that happens.
Kick it through the uprights here.
Yeah, I bet he can make it.
Let's see if he does. Here is the boot. And this one's going to go wide left. The former Parkway North kicker, Jack Farron, who's now kicking at Air Force, and I can't imagine what he's doing in that altitude in Colorado Springs, but he would, from the regulation spot, from the 40-yard line, regularly kick it through the uprights over the course of the last 4 years for Parkway North.
He was awesome. I mean, a heck of a kicker, and now at Air Force, you have a good career going.
This is Scott, the running back, to the 20, to the 25-yard line, spun down and brought down Jabin Johnson and Jared Taylor on the tackle for Chaminade.
For that play to get off, I'm impressed because it was a high snap. Quarterback had to go up and get it.
Tutor Doctor, trusted in-home tutoring, helping bring you high school football tonight on the...
This is Frank Bommarito for the Bommarito Automotive Group. If you're considering using any internet-based car buying service, consider Bommarito.com first. With 12,000 new and pre-owned vehicles from multiple franchises, the Bommarito Automotive Group will have your car at your price. And we'll show you a better deal. Dealer direct at Bommarito. Don't pay extra for a middleman. Let the Bommarito Automotive Group earn your business today. Bommarito.com.
It was a place like Harris Stowe that took a chance on me as a first-generation college student from a single-parent household. A place like Harris Stowe provided me an educational opportunity that allowed me to be the youngest college president in the country. Harris Stowe has amazing degree programs. We have one of the most quality, affordable educations in this region. Small classroom environment, family environment, very welcoming to all students, and be prepared to be a global leader in a global society. Harris Stowe is the place for you.
You're watching the Bommarito Prep Zone High School Game of the Week, presented by Hot 104.1 and the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation TV 981. The Bommarito Prep Zone Game of the Week is sponsored by Dr. Nathan Mall of the Orthopedic Center of St. Louis. Dr. Mall is a fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon specializing in athletic injuries. Dr. Mall uses advanced, minimally invasive techniques and the newest biological treatments to individualize treatment for your activity level and injury. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Mall, call 314-336-2555. All right, DJ, we saw SLUH come back trailing by 14 after one quarter. Can they do it trailing by 14 after three quarters?
They can do it if they don't make mistakes.
This is hand to the quarterback throwing to the left side, and this is caught by McMurrin. And McMurrin near midfield, brought down at the 48-yard line. Good tackle there for the Red Devils, and the defense stepping up big time. That was Terry Jamison.
Nice throw and catch. I mean, just a very nice route. Solid route, solid pass. That's what SLUH needs to do. Continue to make plays like that.
I said Terry Jamison. It's actually Jamison Terry, one of those guys who has two last names. Yeah.
Right. Oh, man, it is kind of – I like it when a guy's got two first names and two last names.
Cardinals used to have a bunch of those with John Jay and Alan Craig.
Yeah.
They had a large group of those. That's Daniel Terry in motion, so two first names for him. Hannah is going to throw to the left side, and this is Terry. And Terry is wrapped up, and he's brought down. On the tackle was John Kuntz for Chaminade. Terrell Powell, the free safety, coming over to help out.
Very good defensive teamwork, right? You want all your players there and make a play, and that's what they did.
And it will be short of a first down, 3rd and 1 for the Junior Bills. Let's see if they run it here. Nope, they're going to throw left side, and this one is caught by Terry. Gets away from a tackler. Terry inside the 20 and down to the 11-yard line, brought down by Jamison Terry. And Daniel Terry with a big gain after the little bobble for St. Louis UI.
Yeah, he started bobbling the ball. Terry bobbling the ball. The defensive back, assuming he can intercept it, misplay it. Terry gets it, goes up for a nice gain. You just got to make the tackle in that situation.
St. Louis U High at the 11-yard line, trying to draw within 7 here, down 28-14. Hannah is looking and throwing, and this one is tipped and intercepted. Intercepted by Jared Taylor, who's had a huge night on both sides of the ball. Taylor outside the 40, and Taylor takes it away as St. Louis U High was threatening.
You think Taylor's cloned? Because it can't be just one player making all these plays, offensive, defensively, and special teams.
3 yards, and now it'll be 2nd down and 7. And this is going to be Taylor again, and Jared Taylor zooms into the end zone for the touchdown.
Goodness. That's crazy. I'm going to say big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Taylor, you're a big-time player. That's what I'm talking about. He's been a triple threat, offensively, defensively, and special teams. This young man just came to play. He brought his lunch. He brought his snack. He brought his dinner. He brought everything.
And now the extra point try. Evenson will try to make it a 35-14 game. And the official gives the signal. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up and good. And it is by a 35-14 lead for Chaminade.
Chaminade playing well tonight. I mean, they really came and SLUH and really maintained their integrity of how they play football and did what they wanted to do in this game.
Evenson will kick it away. And this one will be taken at the 10-yard line. This is Kellen Porter. Porter across the 25 to the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. Kellen Porter with a nice return for the Junior Bills.
And the thing I like, neither one of these teams quitting. SLUH is not giving up yet.
This is going to be Harden. And A.J. Harden is out to the 25-yard line. And that'll be some good yardage for the Junior Bills.
And they can build from this. I mean, you see how they're not quitting. And when you get in a tough game, when you need to just dig down and deep and make something happen, this is something SLUH can reflect back on. and pull from because they're not quitting in this game.
Second down play for the Junior Bills as we close in on the finish line here. 35-14. Daniel Terry gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Terry knocked out of bounds by John Kuntz, the safety.
And Terry's played nice. I mean, he's making plays offensively, catching the ball, running the ball. And Mike talked about putting him, Coach Jones talked about putting him in special situations, and he stepped his game up. So one thing you're getting out of this game is good evaluation from Mike Jones and the type of talent he has on this team.
Hannah to throw, and he looks to the right side. This one is incomplete, intended for A.J. Harden, and that'll stop the clock here. It'll be 2nd and 10 for St. Louis U High. Hannah to throw again, and this time he zips one to Scott, and Scott can't hold on.
Yeah, and that was a really nice pass. I mean, pump faked it.
That's Terry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and when you look at Terry, you look at him, he's leaving it all on the field, man. This young fella is played hard, making plays. I know he's tired, he's exhausted, and you're losing. Oh, man, that's got to be difficult. But he's playing his way through it, and that's what's impressive.
35-14, and St. Louis U High still trying to get it into the end zone one more time. Harden takes it to midfield and makes a great move, and he is pounded down. And now on first down, it'll be Hannah again to Terry, and Terry is brought down by Agnew and Boyer.
SLUH is not quitting. That's what I'm impressed with. The score, yeah, you want to win this game, but they're not quitting. They're still playing hard, and you got to say kudos to Mike Jones and his staff for having this young team to continue to fight through a very difficult game and a very good Chaminade team.
Now Hannah to Scott, and this one's incomplete off one hand of Jared Scott.
Got to say impressive with Torrey too, Coach Torrey. He has really created a nice team in Chaminade.
Quite a program.
And in a nice environment. He has his team believing in them, believing in themselves, and playing hard in all situations. You know, Coach Torrey, I mean, I got to salute you, big fella. Great coaching.
Now a three-man rush by Chaminade. A pass out to the right side. Harden is brought down at the 40-yard line of Chaminade.
And Harden is a good leader on his team. Being a senior, down and not quitting, boy, that's good.
Fourth down here. Hannah looking and throwing, and a first down. Terry takes it down to the 31-yard line.
Woo, I'm telling you, Terry, get up, young fella. I mean, that's a workhorse, man. I mean, look at him. I mean, oh, wow, he's just expended all of his energy out there, and he's still fighting through it.
DJ, you mentioned that the Junior Bills wouldn't stop playing, and they haven't stopped playing.
No question about it, and that's just a testament of the coaching staff. I mean, they're going to fight through it, win or lose. They're going to still continue to compete.
Hannah throws this one out of bounds. It was intended for Harden, incomplete. Third down play, and this pass out to the right side caught by A.J. Harden, and he is wrapped up in a good tackle there by the Chaminade defender at the 27-yard line. That was Tyler Fike that made the tackle.
Tyler Fike makes a nice tackle. That was an excellent tackle, open field tackle. It looked simple. That was very hard and a difficult play to make.
And now Hannah able to get away from the sack, and he's going to look into the end zone and throw, and this one is caught down at the 2-yard line. DJ, great to be with you again. We've got Kirkwood at Pattonville next week.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Big fella, we're back in the saddle again, man. I look forward to riding with you.
Should be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Once again, the final, Chaminade 35 and St. Louis U High 14. For DJ and our entire crew, I'm Randy Carricker on the Bommarito Prep Zone High School Football Game of the Week.